Hey, it's Fern Bark, and it's time for another Canteen Cup Tuesday. And I decided that if I can't be creative, I would at least be weird. So this week I'm not feeling all that creative, so we're going to get weird. I'm going to try out whatever this is. It doesn't even have a name unless you can read. I'm not even sure what language that is. But anyhow, it's described as instant noodles artificial beef with sauerkraut flavor, so what could go wrong there? It calls for 500 cc's of water, which takes this cup pretty much right up to the lid. So I'm going to just half the recipe, and because what I also want to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of my hamburger crumbles as my dehydrated hamburger, just to give it a little more beefy flavor. Here's some nutritional data on this. It just cracks me up that this might actually have nutritional value. But anyhow, it's a salt bomb. There's like 2,700 milligrams of sodium in a full serving. One serving is this entire packet. So anyhow, I'm going to cut this in half, and it's still going to be a ridiculous amount of sodium. It's basically like a ramen noodle packet, and then there's not one, not two, but three flavor pouches. So one of these is bound to be disgusting, I'm sure. Here's a picture on the... I wonder if this is probably the sauerkraut flavor, because it kind of looks like a kimchi pot. But I still have no idea what the country of origin of... Well, the package says made in China, so I guess Chinese, but anywho. Alright, so this is one of the sauces. It actually smells nice, kind of like dill. That's going to be good. Oh, the cup is really hot. So I'm just going to have, as best I can, everything. This pouch cost $1, so no big shakes there. Here comes a fun one. Oh, it's got a little tear notch in it. If we can. Here's the inside of that stuff. That's weird, isn't it? I might just put that whole thing in there. It smells pretty good. Whoops. It smells pretty good, actually. So I got a little bit of this pouch on my thumb, and I licked it off after I put it in the pot. Yeah, very spicy. So I have some trepidation about what I'm about to ingest here. So here's what she looks like mixed up. You can see my hamburger chunks in there. It's a little soup in the bottom. Debating whether or not to put the rest of that spicy cabbage stuff in there. With, I don't know. I'll have to play that by ear. Well, let's give her a go. Well, you already saw it in the cup. Jeez. Oh. Truck. Anyhow, it's plenty hot temperature-wise, but the spiciness is like, whoo. It's like right at the edge of what I can possibly tolerate. I'm pretty wimpy, but yeah, that's the goodness. It's just basic ramen noodles with whatever spice packet. It is very interesting. I don't really get a sauerkraut flavor at all. I'm not sure where they're getting that from. Maybe that's just what it translated to. Oh. Oh. I'm breathing. Oh yeah, hang on a second. Fire's out. Safety first. It burns right on your lips. Oh. Alright, first off, thanks to Fish Ale. The life you saved today was mine. I could not have made it through that dinner without this delicious amber ale. Brewed in Olympia, Washington. That was really an interesting dish, and I'm actually thinking about getting another one of those. I mean, it was piping hot by the end. I was like, kind of having some pretty serious discomfort. But if I did it again, I would probably use like 1/3 of that hot kimchi kind of package in there, and maybe like 1/4 of the salty beef seasoning. Where was I? So I would make it again, and I would use 1/4 of that seasoning packet. The heat of that kimchi thing made it so hot that you didn't really taste the salt until like a little bit later, and then the salt kind of caught up to you. It was really salty, and I did not need that much salt. Every time I hit the record button, apparently some signal goes up that tells everyone to drive by my house, apparently with an unmuffled car. Anywho, I'm actually probably going to pick some of those up again because that was pretty fun. The flavor in it was amazing, just like really fun, just something you don't get every day, and I enjoyed that a lot. I ended up using all the noodles. It turns out that must be some kind of a soup type package because there was a lot of liquid, and even with using 250 cc's out of the recommended 500, it was still really soupy with all the noodles in there. So yeah, if I were to do it again, I would totally do the full noodles with, God, go around with the amount, or with half the water, maybe even like less if you want it not so soupy.